also came into Egypt. And Jacob sojourned in the land of Ham. And he increased his people greatly and made them stronger than their enemies. He turned their heart to hate his people, to deal subtly with his servants. He sent Moses, his servants, and Aaron, whom he had chosen. They showed his signs among them and wonders in the land of Ham. He sent darkness and made it dark, and they rebelled not against his word. And he turned their waters into blood and slew their fish. And their land brought forth fogs in abundance and in the chambers of their king. He spake, and there came divers sorts of flies in all their coast. He gave them all hail for rain and flaming fire for their land. He smote their vines and their fig trees and brake the trees of their coast. And he spake, and the locusts came and the caterpillars and without number. He did eat up the herbs in their land and devoured the fruit thereof of their ground. And he smote all the firstborn in their land, the chief of their strength. He brought them forth also with silver and gold, and there was not one feeble person among their tribes. Egypt was glad when they departed, for the fear of them all fell upon them. He spread a cloud for a covering and a fire to give light in the night. The people asked, and he brought quails and satisfied them with the bread of heaven. He opened the rock, and the waters gushed out and ran in the dry places like a river. He remembered his holy promise in Abraham his servant, and he brought forth his people with joy and his chosenness with gladness. And he gave them the lands of the heathen, and they inherited the labor of the people, that they might observe his statutes and keep his laws. Praise ye the I Am. That was Psalms chapter 105. Deliver me from the hands of evil spirits who have swayed the thoughts of men's hearts, and let them not lead me astray from thee, my God. Establish thou me and my seed, that we go not astray henceforth and forever. Jubilees chapter 12 and verse 20. Yes, 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 yes. All praises, all praises, all praises. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, one day in that great getting up morning, we will see our Creator. But right now we have to live on this earth. And you notice how God delivered Israel in this life, in the time that they were in. He caused Abraham to culminate to the point where his kings are now we're beginning to talk about. Okay, and also we thank God for those of you that have been with us since the beginning, and those of you that have been with us here and there's about, and we thank God for those of you who have just subscribed, as well as those of you that are about to subscribe. And we also thank God for those of you who sneak a peek and calling those things that are not as though they are. Yes, all praises to the Most High, glory to his holy name. Yes, we're still in the book of First Chronicles. Yes, we just ended with First Chronicles chapter 2. Now we're in First Chronicles chapter 3. Now we see where this whole historical and this chronological account adds up to in this particular chapter. Now, Chronicles chapter 3 and verse 4, it says, now these were the sons of David, which were born unto him in Hebron, the firstborn Amnon and Onam and the Jezreelites, the second Daniel of Abigail, the Carmelites. Now you have to realize Abigail was the one that he saw when he was protecting the sheep shearers' cattle and his workers. But the sheep shearer was so selfish and so, should I say, not using his brain, but that God had smote him. And Abigail, in order to avert David's wrath upon her people, she came and brought him and his men figs, dates, and what have you, that they might be filled and have food that they might eat. Yes, and later on, after her husband died, now David did it right this time. I'm sure Abigail was a beautiful Carmelitess. She was a beautiful woman. But David didn't go there and take another man's wife. No, he did not. Although, things can happen. I mean, you have to think about the commandments, statutes, ordinances of the Most High. Yes, in situations where your attraction might meet. And back off, brother. Back off. The third, Absalom, the son of Micaiah, the daughter of Thamai. Absalom was the one that his sister, whom one of his brothers had laid with, he raped, should I say, to put the word straight. That word there is cause to be put to death. Not just funneling, not just touching, but forceful entry into a woman is what God is referring to. To touch a woman is nothing. Doctors touch women. Everybody touches women. Your intentions, nobody knows. But when they actually do the actual act and the forcefulness and the assault, the evasiveness of that act, invasiveness, is a cause for death. And Absalom was the seeker of blood because it was the same thing as murder in the law. And Absalom destroyed his brother of his father's son because of what he did to his sister. Now, he says the fourth, Adonijah, the son of Higgith. The fifth, Shephatiah of Abitai. And the sixth, Ithream by Iglah, his wife. These six were born unto him in Hebron. And he reigned 7 years and 6 months in Jerusalem, and he reigned 33 years. Now these were born to him in Jerusalem, Shema, Shobab, and Nathan, and Solomon, 4 of Bathshua. It didn't say Bathsheba here, it says Bathshua. So what was her name? Did they just change it to Bathsheba? To Bathshua? The daughter of Amiel. She's the daughter of Amiel. Amiel was not an Israelite. Abhar and Ishlamah and Ephlet, Eliaphet or Let, and Noga and Nepheg and Japhia and Elishima and Elida and Eliphetlet. 9 children. These are the sons of David beside the sons of the concubines and Tamar, their sister. Yes, Tamar was the one that his brother had laid with. And Solomon's son was Rehoboam, Abiah, and his son Asa, and his son Jehoshaphat, his son, and Joram, his son, and Azahiah, his son, and Joash, his son, and Amaziah, his son, and Azariah, his son, and Jotham, his son, Ahaz, his son, Hezekiah, his son, Manasseh, his son, Ammon, his son, and Josiah, his son. So all these were the sons of Solomon. And the sons of Josiah, the firstborn. Now Josiah was one of the last kings. Yes, before one of the last kings was Josiah. The firstborn, Jonathan, Jonhanan. The second, Jehoiakim. Now Jehoiakim was the last king of Israel, to tell you the truth. And the third, Zedekiah. And the fourth, Shalom. And the sons of Jehoiakim, Jeconiah his son, Zedekiah his son, and the sons of Jeconiah, Asur and Salathiel, his son. And the sons of Pedaiah were Zerubbabel. Remember Zerubbabel, after they were let go, there was another Zerubbabel. And Shemi, and the sons of Zerubbabel was Meshulaim and Hananiah and Shethlemith, their sister. Significance there. And Hashabah and Othel and Bilcha and Hasdiah and Hushbehesheth, 5 sons. And the son of Hananiah, Pelathiah, and Jesiah, the sons of Rephiah, the sons of Arnan, the sons of Obadiah, the sons of Shechaniah. And the sons of Shechaniah, the Shemaiah, and the sons of Shemaiah, Hattush, and Legal, and Bariah, and Neriah, and Shaphat, 6. And the sons of Neriah, Elonai, and Hezekiah, and Azrikam, 3. You notice that the names Hezekiah is very predominant in naming their sons. Yes, Hezekiah is one that his sons have been named that way. Now 24. The sons of Elonai were Hodiah and Elishabib, and Peliah, and Akab, and Johanan, and Deliah, and Annie, 7 sons. Those were the sons of Pedaiah. Yes. Now we understand that these all lend themselves to a certain, should I say, a certain storyline that's about to culminate, even giving us accurate, should I say, history, genealogy of the sons of Israel. Now they stop at a certain point. Now Joseph, who you say in the New Testament, they say they stopped there, yes. But really, we're gonna find that out. See, we have to go, the Old Testament will also, the last one in the line of David, it should pronounce. The last person in the line of David. It should pronounce it in the Old Testament. If it doesn't, then something's made up down the line, because they kept their genealogies, especially that of the kings. I'm sure all of Saul's seeds were cut off. Saul didn't have any seed after the last son that he had, and when God had pronounced that his seeds would be cut off. Even Mephibosheth, whom David would try to do a special favor to for Saul, he was cut off. Yes. See, God has a way of ridding your DNA out of the land. It's not the woman. No. Just because you had a daughter, that doesn't, the baby is not going to be like the grandfather. No. But if God see that, he will cut him out too. And many of you do not know the reason why some things are caused in our lives. But with that, just knowing these things and being aware of them is good. And we will find out how God dealt with these different kings and these different offspring of the kings. And if we do keep those things which are right before the Most High, we will have offspring and we will have peace.
Walk with me.